Soul Circle. How y'all doing? Thank you so much for linking up with That's My Song with me, Desiree. I love seeing all my friends so we can talk. And, like I said, this show is called The State of the USA's Reality since January 20th. So, we got a lot to talk about, right? So, as we link up, we're going to link up and we're going to review, we're going to recap, we're going to rant and rave because it's a lot going on, right? I mean, we all can agree that there is a lot going on. But feel free to, you've already logged on to www.lifeenhancementradio.com. You can text me at 443-410-1971. Again, that's 443-410-1971. Or you can email myself or any of the other awesome hosts at talktous@lifeenhancementradio.com. You can also go on to the website that I just mentioned to you, www.lifeenhancementradio.com, and you can leave a message when you go there. You can leave a message, please say, if you liked it or you didn't like it, and let me know, particularly about the issue that we're going to be discussing today. Like I said, we're going to recap, we're going to review, we're going to rant, and we're going to rave about what's been going on in the state of the USA's reality since January 20th. And we all know it's a lot going on, right? And so, make sure, I would love to hear from you all of the hosts, because we all have different platforms, but we all have very important things to say, about different issues in the community, around the community, all different types of platforms. So you can definitely talk to us. We love to hear from you all. Again, whatever critique, whatever criticisms, whatever you want to talk about. That's cool. That's very, very cool. But thank you for linking up with me today. I know you had a hard day. I know it's been water cooler talk, right? All around the water cooler, all up and down the hallways. Even if you work by yourself, I'm sure when you walked around, you heard people talking about what is going on. I'm sure you've watched the news, you've listened to the news, be that NPR radio, or watched it CNN or MSNBC, or just your local news, and it's a lot going on. But we're going to start this week with, because we're talking about the USA reality, we're going to start this week with a song that is my song. I love to hear this song when it comes on, but it is Ray Charles, America the Beautiful.
Success, be nobleness, and ever again divine. And when I was in school, we used to sing it something like this. Listen here. Oh, beautiful. far spacious skies, far amber waves of grain, far purple mountain majesties, over the fruited plain. But now wait a minute, I'm talking about America, sweet America. You know, God done shed his grace on thee. He crowned thy good. Yes, he did. Heavy brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You know, I wish I had somebody to help me sing this. America, I love you, America. You see, my God, he done shed his face on thee. And you ought to love him for it, because he crowned that good. He told me he would. Every brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I thank you, Lord.
So that was Ray Charles, America the Beautiful, one of the most beautiful renditions of America the Beautiful. So, you know, talking real talk, this podcast, some of the music will have adult language in it. So just please be, you know, anybody under 18, unless there's adult, they're kind of supervised, they're listening to this podcast. You know, to explain whatever might be questionable to them. That would be very helpful. If not, again, if your ears are that sensitive, I ask that you go and you listen to another podcast, because this podcast would not be the podcast for you. Okay, so we just heard Ray Charles, America the Beautiful. One of the most beautiful songs. So this episode, the State of the USA Reality, you know, we have the American citizens, at least the ones that I know, the ones that I see that has been covered by the media that I know, you know, people that I know, they have been protesting different things that have been going on in this here USA. And understand, I was born here in the USA. I am a black woman. I was born here in the USA. I understand the history of the USA. I understand that America was founded by a group of immigrants that left England, that came over here for freedoms. They wanted freedom because some of them were certainly criminals. They weren't, you know, they were considered the unwanted over in England, and they didn't want that in this new country called the USA. And so they come here, and the U.S. Constitution is drafted by some of the drafters, and one of the biggest things is just, you know, that we want freedom. Like, we definitely need freedom. Freedoms in religion, freedoms from persecution, freedoms, you know, all types of the freedom to bear arms. So there were lots of freedoms, but those freedoms are certainly starting to drop by the wayside with this new presidential administration. And so, one of the biggest, I don't even want to call it a protest, but it was a stand for, you know, America. Because remember, we just kind of talked about, you know, America was founded by, people that were unwanted over in England and they came over here. And it was white men. Let's be very clear. It was white men that were drafters. It wasn't them and their wife. There weren't women involved in it, although women are 50% of the population. Women weren't involved. And certainly people of color were not involved for centuries. So it was a lot of people that were left out. And there's a shifting going on. There's a shifting that they saw, particularly when they saw President 44, the President Barack Obama, when he became president, that got underneath some people's skin. And so, because, oh my goodness, there's a black man that, he identifies as a black man, though his mother is white. Because we're told and taught over years, even if one of your parents is white, if the other parent is black, you are black. That's that, that one drop of blood, while it is not said today, but that's the way identification in terms of racial identification falls for most people today. So, but everything just kind of, we really saw the inner workings and that ugly history that black people have been trying to overcome for centuries. That ugly history reared its ugly head, and we have to face it head on. We have to face it head on. So it's that ugly history of race, that ugly history of gender, because there's an ugly history for women as well. We have to be very clear about that as well. Women attached to their husband, women were the property of their husband, but whatever privileges and benefits that they enjoyed, it was through their husband that they enjoyed these privileges. So, you got more privileges depending on your husband's status in society. So we have to be very, very clear, very clear and open about that as well. So we are, like I said, there's a shifting, right? There's a shifting. So I kind of feel like, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like, after the President Barack Obama came into office, it's like anybody thinks that they can run a country, as if it's like running a snowball stand or, running a lemonade stand. And that's what people think. Oh my goodness, a black man did it, so anybody can do it, regardless of qualifications. Before it was a very rigid type of qualification, even amongst white men, there was a rigid qualification. There was at least some education that needed to be attained. There was some sort of, humanity that needed to be involved with that, the president of the USA. Because, you got to deal with the globe. But now, all of a sudden, it's like, whatever the cat drug in, that person can be president. And so we have to deal with that. What I would say, and I know many people will probably be upset with me about this, but what I would say that what Trump has kind of brought to light, I always feel like, I could be an astronaut, I could be a this, that, or the other. And it's kind of like, if a job tells me I'm not qualified, it's like, really? Is that really what you got a man that's the president of the USA and he's not qualified? And this is